Hello and welcome with another video. Today actually I couldn't find a proper place at my home to record this piece of video for my viewers, so I thought that right now I'm giving a driving lesson to my daughter, so she's driving and I am simply recording my lecture. So that's it. Today I have decided to discuss something about balanced diet, that is a low carb diet, right? Because now every family member, almost in all the families, every family member almost is facing the problems related to cholesterol, problems related to high and rich carbohydrate diet, so or a rich rich in fats, or that the diet that is rich in starches. So I thought that I must share a few points with my viewers to understand that how to maintain a balance between a high carb and a low carb diet, right? A high carb. First of all, you should know what is a high carb diet. So simply a high carb diet is that has high levels of carbohydrates. For example, sugars, right? The white sugar, the refined sugar, or the foods that you can say simply convert easily after you consume them, they convert into sugars. So as I was describing you the things which I wanted to discuss, that what is a high carb diet? Definitely the diet that has a lot of carbohydrates. Everyone knows which foods contain carbohydrates, but I must tell you the list of few which I have selected for my viewers to again memorize what not to eat much. You should maintain a balance between high carb and a low carb diet, right? And nowadays mostly people or girls or teenagers, they are adopting that the keto diet, right? Which is called a ketogenic diet. So this is also a good, you can say a diet plan. A ketogenic diet is also very good, but you cannot continue it for a very longer period of time, because initially ketogenic diet was recommended only for the epileptic patients, right? Those who were having the epilepsies, to prevent seizures, right, and strokes and things like that. So it's not for you can say normal people to continue it for a longer period of time. Instead of that, you should maintain a balance in your daily eating habits in such a way that you consume the type of foods that are that contain low carbs, right? So first of all, I must tell you what not to eat, okay? Including my daughter, she should also understand that she should not eat all these things, because the kids, they are nowadays only after the burgers, they are after the pizzas, they are after the buns and all the bakery items. These are things that are all full of high carbs and starches and flour and everything. So now the high carb foods, let's start that. Banana, please. I'm now going to explain you all the things all together, that is fruits, vegetables, and meats, and everything all together, what not to eat and what to eat, right? So yes, now starting from banana. In fruits, banana, no more bananas, okay? You can consume one banana, it's okay, but not more than one. And no potatoes, no white sugar, no refined sugar, no beverages, that is fruit juices that are full of drinks that are full of sugar, right? No sugar containing beverages. Okay, and then we come to the dairy products. Yes, you can consume yogurt, but not with sugar. Okay, unsweetened yogurt. You can have tea. You should not. Okay, first of all, I'll tell you the high carb diets. Okay, yogurt, I was telling you that without sugar you can take, but not with sugar. Yogurt with sugar, no. Okay, biscuits, crackers, oatmeal, okay, pastas, spaghetti, and lasagnas, all type of pastas, no more pastas, okay. Buns, no more buns. Okay, now if I come to the lentils, then beans and lentils, they have high amount of carbohydrates in them and fibers and you can say fats in them. So the beans and lentils, they as I just mentioned, they contain a lot of carbohydrate, fats and fibers, as well as the breads, right? The white bread, do not consume white bread. You can take the brown bread instead, right? So why don't you switch to a keto diet if you are simply loaded with you are feeling like that you are overweight and you are loaded with lots of the weight that is not at all useful. So why don't you switch to the keto diet for few months only. So now, because the food which I've just mentioned, the items which I've just mentioned, these are not at all keto friendly. Now, what's a keto diet or what's a ketogenic diet? That is another question. Okay, the diet that has a very low carbohydrate content, right? Or no carbohydrate diet, such as diet, or you can say which is rich in fats, right? Fats, you can have fats in a ketogenic diet, like cheese, right? You can use cheese, or a little portion fats, and a little portion is you can say allowed, right? Initially, as I've just mentioned, it was recommended only for the epileptics, so to reduce seizures by controlling simply the elevated levels of unsaturated fats. And I've explained you in my last few lectures what are unsaturated fats, so just go through them. So the ketogenic diet, it simply burns fats and it little carbohydrates, right? So now the foods that are included in you can say in your dietary plan are simply all the berries you can take, right? That is strawberry, blueberries, cranberries. These are all the berries which you can easily consume. And the beverages that are all unsweetened beverages. I know they are not tasty, they are not full of flavors, because sweet sometimes we are craving for sweet and sugar, right? But this craving will smoothly lessen when you will control your sugar intake, right? So you can take coffee, you can take tea, but not with sugar, not with white sugar. You can have plenty of water, right? You can take a lot of water. And now if you talk about the meats, yes, you can have a beef, right? Those who can eat beef, they can have beef. Lean meat should be there, that is free from fat, or a very less amount of fat, right? And you can have eggs. I forgot eggs. I almost daily, alhamdulillah, I ate 1 egg daily. So it's a very good source of protein. So they have very little carbohydrates in them and no sugar or fiber in them. So you can have eggs easily, right? You can consume eggs. You can have lamb meat, right? You can consume sardines, that is a fish. You can have fish, in a good amount of fish you can take. Now, what is the benefit of this diet, right? It simply lessens the seizures, as I've just explained. It lessens seizures. It improves your functions of the brain. Yes. So it simply maintains your body weight, right? The weight you have, it just controls it. It controls your acne. Most of the girls, they are nowadays having a lot of acne on their face, so it prevents acne also, because your sugar intake is less, so you are free from such all problems. And it is good to control acne, and it reduces the risk of certain cancers also. Certain type of cancers also are you will have a low risk of having cancers, and it improves your brain function. So these were the few things which I thought that I must discuss with my viewers today, because I am now going to start the chapter that is called carbohydrates. My topic I'm going to discuss is carbohydrates, and what are carbohydrates, and why we do need to have a little of them, and why not. And those who are having, the people who are very skinny, they can go for all the normal diets. But for those who are, not, they have a lot of, they have consumed a lot of sugar already, should avoid all these foods. I hope you like this video today, and you will definitely now change your diet plan according to what I have just mentioned, because these are all the things which I have read recently, according to the knowledge and the all the things that are provided to me for 2021. I'm Professor Dr. Mchem, not from Dr. Mchem, but from the gymnasium ground of University of Sindh, Jamshoro. As I've just mentioned you that I'm giving a driving lesson to my daughter, so that's why I'm in the ground, and I thought that I must share this piece of knowledge with my viewers. Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend.